Hey everyone, Trent here. Hope everybody is doing well. I know I haven't done one of these in a while, so I figured now is a good time to, as we start to kind of plan for 2022, close out 2021. I'm having a lot of calls with advisors. We're kind of debriefing their year. How did 2021 go? How do I do better in 2022? And one of the things that I keep landing on many of these phone calls is, with any marketing that you're doing across the board, whether it be seminars, TV, radio, all of those core marketing mediums, is how do we get better with our call to action? And maybe this is email marketing, maybe it's direct mail marketing when you're designing a call to action to those as well. What I've learned is that there's definitely some improvement that can happen on that front. We're constantly, trying to become masters of our craft. And I know you're doing the same thing every single day. And I will tell you that this is an area where I believe you can pick up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 more sales a year if your call to action is better and that you're designing it in a way that is being, utilized correctly in whatever medium that you're doing. So the first thing that I want everybody to remember as we go through this is that, I think sometimes we shy away from this, this topic, and we kind of run from it. I want everybody to remember that you are salespeople, right? And we are trying to sell somebody something. And don't forget that part. You're looking for a client. You're looking for that next sale. So when you're delivering a call to action, make sure you're talking, to that ideal client, that person that you're looking for. Who do you want to be sitting across the table from at the end of this marketing activity? Who do you want to pick up the phone and call you? Who do you want to sign your seminar sheet and say they want an appointment? Speak to that person. Sell that person something. You're selling them yourself in this and your appointment process or your process or whatever you're doing. You're selling them something. And don't forget that. I think that's really the number one most important thing that we can remember. Number two, there's always going to be some kind of barrier of entry in any kind of marketing that you're doing, right? If we can work on taking away this giant fear that whatever you're asking them to do is going to be the worst thing that they've ever done in their life, that it's going to be, this tremendously nerve-wracking experience, whatever it might be, let's do our best to take away from that. Let's figure out what it is that people are saying no and why they're saying no. Is it because they're intimidated to sit at an advisor's office? Tell them it's not going to be intimidating. Do they feel scared that you're going to critique them for, what they've done in their financial history? Tell them, hey, you're not going to be criticized for what you do when you come to see us. This is what we do. Eliminate that barrier of entry when you're delivering your call to action. But make sure you're doing that to the specific people that you want to talk to. Target your message to the people that you want to see, and don't shy away from it. Don't do the come one, come all, everybody come on into the office type thing. That's wrong. That's wrong. And I think too many times I have phone calls with advisors where they tell me, hey, I've had this person, I met with this person, they were unqualified. And I met with this person and they were on Social Security disability and they didn't have any assets. Well, we didn't tell them that they shouldn't come in. We weren't specific enough to those folks to let them know that they don't fit who our process works best for. So let's make sure we're being very specific with that. And at the end of this video, and if you're watching this today, if you scroll down, you'll see a link to a video with some of the very best calls to action that we've kind of handpicked at Magellan from our TV advisors. Obviously, TV is the easiest way for us to share that with you because it's recorded content. So watch that video. You'll see some of the very best at how they deliver their calls to action. With that being said, though, too, I want you to pick a line as you're going to delivering this call to action, right? You know who you are. You know what you believe in. You know who you can help and who you have helped. You know who your ideal client is. And most importantly, you know who says no to you and you know who says yes. Deliver your message, whatever that message is, specifically targeted to the people who are going to say yes to you. That's the most important thing I can tell you. You guys have been doing this a long time, some of them more than others, but you're all very, very good at this. You know your numbers, you know your people, you know the clients that you've been able to help. Talk to those people specifically. When you host TV and radio, or you're at the point in your seminar where you're going to have to do your close and your call to action at that point, right? That's action time. Don't cut it short. Take your time. Give your message. Eliminate the no's. Tell people what they can expect. Ease their tension, right? And talk to the people that you want to see, whether that be a qualifier. Hey, our process works best for folks who have saved $500,000 or more for retirement, $250,000 or more for retirement. Or maybe you tell a story. Hey, let me tell you a story about a client that we've helped. These folks had $1.5 million in assets, and here's what we did to help them live out the dream retirement. Illustrate for them a dream retirement, right? Tell them what it could look like. Tell them a story about a client who didn't think they could get there and got there, right? Maybe the qualifier is going to, if you say to somebody, hey, if you've saved $250,000 or more, you fit our bill, right? That might not be the right way to do it. But if you tell a story about a client who has $2 million, you're including anyone that's got some money, and you're not scaring away the people that have maybe $5 million, $7 million, which could happen. So we want to make sure that we're, delivering that message to the people that we want, again, and maybe creating some kind of qualifier in the process. Again, don't forget, finally, that you are there to sell somebody something. That's what we do. I know for a fact that if I were to find a 65-year-old, if many of you that are watching this call, if I put a 65-year-old with money in front of you, they're going to get sold something in this process, right? You're going to sell them something, and you're all very, very good at that, right? And for whatever reason, when we debrief about seminars, or I watch radio, or I watch TV and I listen to radio, for whatever reason, the calls to action aren't coming across that way. And I don't want anybody to ever forget that they're lethal salespeople in the inside. And so, with that being said, hope everybody has a great December. If you have questions, want to have a debrief call for 2021, start talking about planning for 2022, my phone line's open. Shoot me an email, jump into my Calendly, schedule some time. Let's go ahead and do that. And take some time to watch the video that I've linked below for the best calls to action that I've been able to find and handpicked for all of you from our best TV advisors as well. Again, reach out with any questions that you have. Make it a great month. Thanks.